to say this because he finna go to jail. P. Diddy. You going to jail.
I was not ready for that.
You going to jail.
Welcome back to another episode of the Auti Show. Today, one of our guests is an amazing, vibrant, dynamic Houston artist. She has fans worldwide. A lot of us know her, especially from San Marcos and the Houston area. And she has given us her presence today. So please let us know who you are. Thank you for coming, Laux.
Thank you for having me, Auti. My name is Laux the Rapstar. I am a local rapper out of Houston, Texas, and I'm just really grateful that you invited me to be on your show.
I'm grateful that you accepted because I've been looking forward to this since I thought of the Auti Show, because the whole point of this is to find amazing people like yourself.
Right.
So give us a little background of Laux the Rapstar, who you are and what kind of prompted this journey.
I would say Laux the Rapstar is low-key my alter ego. She's the person that says everything in the music when she can't say it out loud in person to people. I'm definitely a artist that, you know, speaks about things that I feel like aren't speaking about a lot in the music industry, like abuse, certain things such as like just feeling confident in yourself. So I try to make most of my music as clean as possible. I started doing music when I was 4, but I really started rapping when I was 13 and taking it seriously when I was 18. And the reason behind that is because like I was thinking that it was too masculine, things like that. But I posted a video to Lauryn Hill's Doo Wop, and I did a freestyle on that, and it went up. And like ever since then, it was just green from there.
Is that really where you decided to take it serious?
Rap, yes.
Okay.
I would say music, I would say around 8 years old, just because I would sit in my room and literally watch. So my mom bought me Beyonce's B-Day video tape recording, and I would play it over and over and over again and watch her videos in the house, and sometimes I would just rewatch Sierra videos too. So while I was watching those videos, I just knew, I was like, ooh, I want to do that. I really want to do that.
Who has been your biggest influence when it comes to music? Or do you have someone that kind of influences you to a certain style or a certain way?
That's really a good question. I have a few people who influence me. I would definitely say Sierra is an influence for me. Megan, I love Megan so much. I listen to a lot of Aaliyah. And just the Y2K aesthetic, period. I feel like because when I was growing up, I was very sheltered, and like my mom, she wouldn't, let me wear the trendy stuff. And plus I was in private school growing up, so it was just uniforms all the time. So I would just sit on this website called Polyvore and put outfits together about what I wanted to wear. And I was like, when I get my own money, when I get grown, this is what I'm gonna be wearing. And so I feel like it just has all meshed together and incorporated itself within my music career.
So speaking of your mom, how has she been super supportive for you in this journey?
I would say more so my dad than my mom. Not saying that my mom is just like, oh, you shouldn't do that or anything like that. I would say she was more so, both of them, but she was more so focused on me getting through school, which is absolutely right. She just wanted me to have like a backup plan, something to fall back on and everything like that. And I'm really grateful for her for doing that. But once she saw that I was actually like putting in work and actually making resumes and, having people hear me all around the world, that's when she was like, okay, all right. She was like, I see you now.
So let's talk about your latest single.
Okay.
Trophy.
Yes.
What? First of all, I like how you said one of your favorite artists is Megan, because I felt that vibe.
Yes,
I felt
definitely.
that women empowerment, that strength, that
Definitely.
like you're not gonna let nobody play with you.
Exactly.
That was like one of my top favorite songs.
Oh,
I'll say,
you.
but it's got to be number 2 for me, just because my favorite one from you was the Yeah Glow remix.
Okay. That, yeah. Thank you so much.
I can't say it enough. She's gonna see that video. If she hasn't already, she's going to.
Oh yeah, she already saw it.
She saw it?
Yeah, she saw it like 3 weeks after I put it out, and
Good.
she liked it. Yeah.
Yay. Because I was like, she gotta see that. So going back to Trophy.
Yeah.
What was kind of the innovation? What was kind of the like influence behind that?
I would say the influence behind it was experiences that I've had myself, experience that I've seen from my friends and my family, just from both sides of being the abuser or being the one abused, and just really studying, how people become the person. Well, I'm saying people because it's not just men. Like men I feel like women can be abusers as well.
Absolutely.
But in this case for Trophy, I was talking more so about men. And I was really in a place where I was forced to look at why would a person do these things to somebody who just wants to actually love them. And I was just looking at all different angles, praying to God. And yeah, I made that. Honestly, I made that song out of anger. And I feel like God I wrote this song like a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
I shot the promo for it 7 months before the drop. And the reason I did that is because I felt like God was just like, you cannot release this when you're in anger. Because it's like, it serves no purpose. Because if I'm releasing it out of anger, then it's going to be coming from a place of, hey, I'm trying to like tarnish this person's reputation, this, that, and the third.
Some type of revenge.
Exactly. But it really wasn't even like that. It was really just like, this happened to me. I see this happening to my friends. I see this happening in my family. Like, I want to talk about it.
So you write all of your music?
Yes, I do.
I love that.
All of my
music.
No
ghostwriters?
No.
I love that.
No.
So out of your portfolio, what has been your favorite song, if you have one?
That's hard. I have a few unreleased R&B songs that I would say are my favorite. I would say my main favorite is the song that I don't know when I'm going to drop it, but it is called Jamie. It pretty much like talks about consent, using voids such as like, sex, drugs, alcohol to try to fill the void that God is supposed to be in, and also your self-love is supposed to, be in. I would say that the reason why it's my favorite is because I intentionally did this thing I like to call the Lauryn Hill effect, where I write a song to the point where people can like jam to it and have no idea what I'm talking about, or think it's just like, oh, it's about this subject, when it's really like, no, if you actually look at it, you look at the lyrics, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to reach certain people to let them know, hey, you're not alone in this. I can see you too. Because Lauryn Hill does that in her music all the time. Like, people will listen to it. Andre 3000 also, like with his song Hey Ya, he even says like, y'all don't want to hear me, y'all just want to dance.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the vibe I was trying to get with that song.
Walk me through the process when you first start writing or making a song.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, I'll wake up out of my sleep and I'll be like, oh, this is high. Like, I hear, like, I'll hear a lyric. I'll be like, oh, this is a cool bar. And I'm like, I'll save it for later if I'm stuck. Or I've started doing this new thing where I'll think about something that I experienced or something that I actually saw, because my major was English. Something that we do to write essays is we'll write, topic, subtopic, introduction, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Just lay it out. And that's something I've been doing recently. I would say, yeah, or I'll lock myself in my restroom and I'll write a song. So, yeah.
Are you self-taught, or have you taken any like courses, any classes to mastering the art of your music?
I would say I'm a hybrid. I haven't taken any. I was in choir in high school, and in middle school I was in a jazz band under the direction of Leon Mitcherson. And he originally was teaching me jazz. And the reason why he kept me in the band is because, like, I was, I came crying to him. I was like, people said I can't sing, I can't da-da-da-da. He was like, no, you're going to sing. Da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay.
You always have that one. You always have that one.
That one. And I really appreciate him for that. God rest his soul. Oh, my gosh. Like, I appreciate him so much. But the funny thing is, how I got into rap is actually because of him. We were doing a show, I think at MD Anderson. I believe. And, I was singing a song and out of nowhere, like, he was playing piano and like he yelled at me. He was like, rap. I was like, what? And he was like, rap.
Oh
and
my gosh.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't do it, but like once we started practicing, he was like, you can rap. And I don't know how he saw that.
Wait, what age?
Because this was like, I want to say 10 or 11. I was like, I don't know where this is coming from. Because I'm supposed to be singing jazz. I'm supposed to be like, Ella Fitzgerald on the track. And you want me to rap on something like this.
And on the spot.
On the spot. But yeah, he's the one who actually pushed me into it. I would write raps for fun when I was younger and things like that. Because I would watch battle rap. I would literally sit on a computer and just watch new artists that would come out. Like, for example, Lotto. I knew Lotto before Lotto was Lotto.
Lotto, yeah.
I knew her before the rap game. And so, yeah, I would just search for upcoming artists and just look for inspiration and things like that. So, yeah.
Do you lean towards a certain genre, or you want to be an artist that kind of encompasses every genre?
I think I want to encompass every genre. I would say one genre that I probably wouldn't get into.
Please don't say.
It's country.
Oh!
What? Do you love country music? Do you love Tennessee whiskey?
You're as smooth.
Please.
As Tennessee
whiskey is smooth, definitely. But I don't know.
gosh.
I couldn't see myself on a.
I love
know.
country.
Really?
Like, I could see, and I think it just made it worse when Shabuzi came out.
Shabuzi is hard.
Yes,
like
I could see you doing that.
I could probably, hop on a track with Shabuzi. Probably one good time, but I'm not. I like Zydeco.
Oh,
I
okay.
listen to Zydeco music, so.
Do you feel like Shabuzi is a country artist? Because I know a lot of people are.
Yeah, I feel like he's a.
Okay.
I feel like it's so like deranged. Like just because this man is black,
Yeah.
and he has wigs,
Yeah.
does not mean like he can't be a country artist.
Yeah.
Black people are not supposed to be put into a box, like, oh, you look this way, so this is your genre. Like, no, you can do whatever you want to do.
What upcoming projects, if you want to share anything, what is next for you? Because we see you putting out these music videos. We see, like, you're working.
Yeah.
Like, what is your end goal? Because I can see an amazing future for you.
Thank you.
But I know
really
some
appreciate
people,
that.
some people want to be Beyonce level, and some people are like, I'm fine with just being in my local community. So like, where's your end goal?
I definitely feel like I am local at this point, but I do want to be at Beyonce's level. Just because the message that I have in my songs isn't just, it isn't just surface messages. And I really want people to understand that, hey, I see you, like, you're not alone in whatever you're going through. And it can be from either perspectives, male or female. So what I can share, what I do have coming out, if I get to 20K streams, y'all might get a visual for Trophy. Y'all just might get a visual for Trophy.
Yay! I can't wait.
For y'all.
Please.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just so grateful. I just thank God for all of the support I'm getting, because I really wasn't going to drop the song. I literally uploaded it to DistroKid, and one night I was just so anxious, and I was like crying up until 5 o'clock in the morning, like, I can't release this. And I took it down off of Distro. But then the next day, like, I felt like I was getting, like, people were telling me, like, yo, Lo, like, you're talking about something in this. Like, I don't think God would want you to, not share it. And so I re-uploaded it like 2 weeks before the drop. And so, yeah.
Do you struggle a lot with like self-doubt, or you just have your moments of like, I don't know?
I feel like I do struggle with self-doubt. I can admit that. Sometimes I'll forget what I've actually done. Like, I'm so quick to be like, this is terrible. You haven't written in this, da, 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 da. Girl, what are you doing? And I feel like I have this toxic trait of not giving myself grace. And, yeah, because I don't know. I also have this toxic trait of, I have this insecurity of like, I don't ever want to come off cocky to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally don't want to be anything but a representation of God's love to people. Like I don't want to boast about, if I'm boasting about anything, I'm boasting about God. And yeah, I just want to be as humble as I possibly can be. And so I'll take those moments of self-doubt and be like, oh, this is humbling me, and confuse it with, confidence.
I was just about to ask, do you sometimes doubt yourself in order to kind of bring yourself down?
Yeah. Sometimes I do. Just because I'll be like, okay, let me think of how to say certain things to people. I don't ever want to, because that's never my intention. I don't ever want to be, because I know for some people, once they get that fame, it can get to their head.
Yes.
And I never want to be like that. I always want to be able to come back to my city. I always want to be able to come back home and be around my family, and I get treated differently.
And I think even you thinking about that beforehand speaks volumes, because some people don't think about that. They just see that angle and it's like, I'm going to do whatever, however, to get there. But the fact that you're being very self-aware that's beautiful.
Thank you.
How have your friends supported you through this journey?
Oh, man, I love my friends. They've been great. They're reposting my music. They share with their mom and their dad. And I think it's so crazy because it's just like their parents see me as like this sweet little girl or whatever. And then once they hear my music, they're like, who is that? And I get that reaction a lot, just from people I don't know in general. But like, they'll repost my music. They'll play my song. Like, they'll genuinely listen to my songs and will repeat lyrics back to me. And it's just so... I am so grateful for them. And when I do shows around the city or open mic nights, they'll show up. And I'm just really grateful to have friends. Shout out to all of them. I can't name all of y'all, but y'all know. But,
I love it. When is your next show?
To be honest, I do not want to perform and not get paid. I feel like that is something I am confident about. I feel like my resume is too long to be performing and not getting paid.
Absolutely.
I'll do open mics here and there if you're actually my homie and I support your work and you've equally supported mine. But I feel like I'm getting paid. I'm getting booked for certain things. I haven't gotten booked to rap anywhere, but like people are asking me. Since I dropped Trophy, they're like, where can I see you perform? Da, da, da. I don't know what to tell them. Because it's just like, I got to get paid. So.
Do you have a manager or?
I manage myself.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything from the ideas, from
the marketing,
I do it by myself.
You are a one-woman show. Writing, rapping, managing, marketing. Oh, my.
Yeah. Yeah, I am thinking about getting a team, but it's and my mom used to tell me this all the time, the music industry is a grimy world. And just with her always telling me that, on top of seeing things, on top of experiencing things in my personal life, even outside of music, it's very hard for me to trust, people I'm working with. Like, you actually have to, like, show me that I can confide in you and we're actually going to be working as a team and benefiting each other. Because I've seen too, I'm not trying to be like TLC and Pebbles. I'll be damned. so yeah.
It's just if it comes in the right time.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Do you have any influences within your family that has kind of like where have you gotten this music talent from?
I would say with rapping, I don't even know. I don't know where it came. Rapping didn't come from my family. I would say singing did. My mom used to sing in the church choir. My dad claims he sang. He tells me that all the time. But it was just weird because when I was in middle school and growing up, I told my dad I wanted to be in music. I wanted to sing and stuff. And since then, when I would give him another idea of something I wanted to do, like basketball or something, he would be like, no. He would just tell me no to everything else.
Because he wanted you to stick with singing.
And I feel like he saw something.
Wow.
in me, but he was just like, no. He even went so far to tell me that I suck. I wanted to run track, and he was like, you slow.
Oh my god!
He told me that to but I really appreciate him for that, because that was the most honest thing he could have done. I would say I do pull inspiration for my songs from like my family members' lives and just seeing what they go through. I do have a cousin. Shout out to Crystal, man. My cousin Crystal, like when she was growing up, she would rap. She would write raps and things like that. And so I feel like genetically, that's probably where that came from. So yeah.
Do you feel like you have a lot of family members who support you outside of, your dad and your mom? Because it sounds like your dad is your number one supporter.
My brother Jabari, my brother James, my cousins, like literally Christmas was crazy. Like I walked in the house and, my nephew Deuce, he'll have my music videos on replay on the TV. And it's just so crazy because it's just like, yo, what? And he's like, can I get in the studio with you? We gotta come to the studio with you, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, and also, she's not blood related to me, but my girl, LaKayla, that's been like my dog since 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
And she literally supports me no matter what with music. Like, she'll show her family my music. I consider that my sister, honestly. And yeah, she's just amazing. So
you mentioned that you did choir. Was that, what were you doing in choir? Were you getting solos, or were you just kind of in the back?
Yeah, no, I was getting solos. I was actually the president of my choir for 2 years. They called me 2 terms. So
what age was that?
That was high school. So that was like, I would say 17 and 18.
Wow. So now I want us to go into a new segment called Hot Takes, where I'm going to ask you some questions. They could be controversial or they could not be.
All right, cool.
Who is the most overrated celebrity right now and why? I had to get her water for
Why
this.
would you do that?
I mean,
who is the most overrated
you knew
celebrity?
It was coming.
I don't know. And that's me being real. Let me think. That's a really good question. I'm gonna just say this because he finna go to jail. P. Diddy. You going to jail.
I was not ready for that.
You going to jail. Oh my gosh, but no, for real, like, I really hope that man gets
my
some
heart
help.
kind of
Like,
stopped.
somebody needs to get that. I hope he gets some help. Like, I try to remember that sometimes people can forget, not condoning anybody's actions at all.
Yes.
But sometimes people can forget celebrities aren't, demigods. And sometimes celebrities can forget that too.
Yeah.
Think they're untouchable. And I feel like that's something Diddy was on. But I still pray for celebrities. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, you bleed just like me. Hopefully you get some help. You need to be punished.
Yes.
But yeah, Diddy is very...
That's a good answer. That's a safe answer. And that's probably the best answer at this point in time.
Yeah.
Are award shows still relevant, or do they just cater to the same crowd?
I would say certain award shows are relevant. I think that I feel like the Grammys will definitely rig a lot of people. I don't even who even votes for the Grammys, like, because we don't cast votes. So who is? I need to know who is over the Grammys and
That's
who
what I was
decides
thinking.
what's what. Because that doesn't make any sense.
Do they not put out like a text this number to?
I don't think no. I feel like that's American Idol.
Dang, is American Idol still going?
It wouldn't surprise me if it did. Like,
oh, speaking of, would you ever go on a show like that?
I auditioned for multiple shows. I was actually supposed to be on Rhythm and Flow. Yeah, I was supposed to be on Rhythm and Flow.
What happened?
So the thing is, I got an email, and they sent me the flyer. It didn't say, "Oh, audition for Rhythm and Flow." It was like a, it was like a blank audition type of flyer. And I called my homegirl Evie up, and I was like, "Girl, can you come with me to this? I'm not trying to get kidnapped. Like, sex trafficking is big out here.
Yes.
And so we showed up, and the dude was like, have you ever heard of the show Rhythm and Flow? I was like, you're lying to me right now. I literally went through the whole process, background check, all of that, because I was getting ready to sign a contract and be on that mug. But I prayed about it. And also my mom, she's a paralegal for the University of Houston. So she let multiple lawyers look over the contract. And they always just like, no, this is a bad idea. But I was still trying to like, but in that. But
was it about like taking away like your rights or something?
I think it was something about we weren't able to redline certain things. And certain things the contracts were a little vague, vaguer than they should have been, to the point where it was just like, oh, we'll give you a place to stay, but it didn't say anything about how up to par your stay would be. So it was just worries about that.
Yeah.
And like just insurance and liability. And also a few times I felt kind of rushed. And I know when there's an opportunity that presents itself, and if you feel rushed, that's not from God.
I've had to learn that a lot lately.
Yeah, it's very hard to learn too, because we can get excited and be like, come on, let's move. But sometimes you just need to, pray about it, be patient, and just let everything work out the way it's supposed to work out.
I do believe that's a strong word.
But when I didn't, take the opportunity, I realized, God was just like, if you would have went on this show, you would have missed this. Because literally, we were supposed to start filming in January out in Atlanta. And in January, I found out the day before his funeral that my band director passed away. And I was like, bro, if I was in Atlanta right now, I would be tore up. And plus, I was healing from a lot of things. That would all be on camera.
Wow.
All of it. And the thing is, in the contract, they said any journal entries that you write, that belongs to them.
Absolutely not.
So it's just like, all of that would have been on national TV. And I just thank God. Oh, my gosh. Because last year, that healing was terrible.
They're that invasive?
Anything you write.
Wow.
It's theirs. Yep.
Dang.
And it's voluntary, so it's no guarantee you're getting paid.
Could you leave at any time?
I think you would have to take it up with the executive producer. I think that's what it says. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what that said. But even then, it was left up to the decision of the executive producer if they felt like it was, weighty enough to leave or not. So.
Wow. My last hot take question. Is mainstream rap becoming repetitive, or is it evolving in the right direction?
It's definitely becoming repetitive. It is.
I agree.
I'll be in a club sometimes. I'm like, why are y'all rapping this? Like,
I agree.
Why are you? Is anybody worried about their health? Because I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why you talking about Pop Your Kudu? And
yeah.
He talking about his, like, why?
Yeah.
One time I caught myself rapping a song that I would, sing all the time, and then I had to stop because I felt convicted. And it was like, do you hear what you're saying?
Sexy Red.
Love that girl though. She's very.
Is that hard for you as a Christian? I would love to know that.
It is.
Do you? Because
extremely.
It is. I'll be sitting there like. I'll be trying to jam, and in the back of my mind, I'm hearing, turn it off.
Yes.
And I'm like, can I please just turn it off? So you feel convicted sometimes with your music?
I do.
It's a struggle.
With my music, and even music I'm putting out, it's led me to a point. I honestly do feel like I will get to a point where I do only do, clean rap, clean music, Christian music. Right now, I feel like I'm still, going through the process. And look, I talked to God. I was like, look, man, like, bear with me. Because in some of my music I do plan to put out, I'm slowly becoming cleaner. Actually, knowing like you don't have to cuss or like do this to get a message across.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, not condoning anything, God's going to use anything to get his glory. And I've learned that. So, yeah.
So now we're going to kick off our Song of the Week. This is where we talk about a song that we have been jamming, loving this week. Would you like to go first?
Absolutely. On the way here, I was listening to Squabble Up by Kendrick. That song,
Oh,
oh my gosh, it makes me so excited for Super Bowl because I'm just like, yes.
are you going to their tour? Any of their tour dates?
Look, my money got to go to my music because I'm completely independent. But I'll watch little TikTok videos and recaps and stuff like that. But I wish I could, but honestly, I just don't have the bank to do it.
Same.
Yeah.
I would say my song of the week, I don't know. I've really been jamming it Top Off.
Okay.
By Gunna. I don't know. I love
when
me
they had
some
the little
Gunna.
mic.
Yes. I love me some Gunna. I was doing that in the car. I love me some Gunna. I do feel like he's a rarity.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and not him as a person, but just kind of the situations that he's been in.
Yeah.
Most people would have been canceled. But it's like, you know,
he persevered.
He got out of jail. He said, I don't care what y'all think.
He's resilient.
Drop this.
Right.
And it was one of the so he's I would say his perseverance is an inspiration. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Gunna. Definitely. These songs will be added to our Spotify playlist, so y'all could go check out these artists if you'd like. So it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for coming. And where can the audience find you? Where can they stay up to date with what you got going on?
Y'all can find me on all platforms at LAUXTHERAPSTAR. That's LAUXTHERAPSTAR. And thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Again, I really appreciate you for inviting me on here. And I really think your talk show is definitely going to take off. I just love it. I love the production, everything.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. Well, we will see y'all next week.